In this video, I tried holding out against Germany and the USSR as historical Poland. Could I defend and then defeat both major powers? Watch the video to find out. Today, I'm going to flip the script as Poland. Instead of being partitioned in half, like our timeline, I'm going to bring the pain to the Germans and the Soviets, and hopefully take them both out. So let's just hop right on into it. Here we are in Poland. We actually have 40 divisions, not too shabby, and we will start by building mills right away. We're going to need them. I want to preface this by saying I'm going to be loosely following a guide by the Tibby Show, so the link to his video will be in the description. As for production, we'll go something like that. And that's right, historical Poland today. So we will be completing the April Constitution. Not right now, but soon. I feel like that's the least chosen path that anybody does, because communist path isn't too bad. The Regency Council is the best one. And the brown one, it does have its drawbacks, but can be pretty good. You don't have to worry about the Germans. But we will start off with the 4-year plan for right now. 5 speed, let's get going. 4-year plan done with. Let's go right down to agrarian reform so the peasants are happy. The Polish tree is actually one of my favorites in the game because you can actually ramp up your industry so quickly. Combine that with the Regency Council pass where you can pretty much take over a country diplomatically, and you can actually really cook as Poland. Alright, it's finally time to clamp down on Danzig. We need to take it back and change its name to something more appropriate. Alright, I'm going to design a plane now just purely for interception. That will be our fighter. Let's ban these guys. Get the heck out of Poland. There we go, we banned them. And let's get rid of our embargoed economy. Let's finally start going down our political tree and complete the April Constitution. We have finally completed our Constitution, and we have everybody hating us. The sanitation people, man. Come on, just collect garbage, guys. I'm just kidding. Please don't actually be mad at me for that. This is what I'm going to go for as my template, giving us some much needed everything. Everything is needed. And we'll change all of our guys over to this, which we can afford. For right now, we do need to train a bunch more, so let's do that. King in the castle, I have a chair. The annexation of Zaldzee, which is probably not how it's pronounced. So we've seized this land right here. Hopefully, Germany, this is the start of a nice friendship. Alright, the Czechs are gone. The UK is now guaranteeing us. Stuff's about to go down. Okay, let's do the second man of the state. This will remove these 2 modifiers from our country. And we can also get a non-aggression pact with the Soviets because I have a spy in there. So that will at least give us another year or so to build up an army against the Soviets. Alright, Molotov-Ribbentrop pact just fired. Here come the Germans. I'm hoping I can hold long enough for their MIFO bills to just cripple their economy. Let's do the Triumph of OZN to remove this opposition. Danziger War, we have the decision from the Germans here. Danzig will remain Gdansk in approximately 13 days. If you're wondering why things may look a little bit different, is because I had to redo the whole build-up to the war. My game wouldn't let me pause, and the automatic deal is making a deal with the Germans, so they took all of this land. So that's why I had to reload and redo the whole thing. I promise I'm still on Iron Man mode, and I just redid pretty much the whole stuff that I already did. As you can see, I'm still on Iron Man mode right here. I promise I would not cheat. I'm not cheating. You know what? I'll even show the recording. I'll roll that right now, actually. Danzig will remain Gdansk. What the f? No shot that just happened. Alright, 2 days left. I'm not chancing it again. Danzig will remain Gdansk. Interception up here in western Poland, and we'll get ready for war here. And there is the declaration of war by the Germans. And the UK is involved too. So I'm going to do some heavy micro here. So I will need to focus. Alright, let's also blow up Poznan. Okay, we have an invite from the Allies. Let's do this. And the Germans have actually left this area open. I need to move in immediately. We'll hit them with a last stand just so we don't lose this tile here. And we'll actually get them on a front line now as well. This is going to be very sort of touch and go so far. We'll see what we can do. If I can rush to the ports and cut these guys off before they can push us out of here, that would be pretty huge. And they've actually left Königsberg open as well. Okay, this is actually huge. Okay, we can now get a front line with all of these guys. And there we go. Our interception's actually doing crazy numbers. Look at that. They are better than us in every single stat but for some reason interception does so well. There's nobody in Mamel. Hurry up, boys. Okay, they're pushing us back quite heavily now. This south is really an issue. I might have to actually pull back. Alright, this is not going very terrific. I would not say that. But we've survived, what, till November 1st at least. Our dictatorship is perfectly neutral. We don't want the phalangists. That's cringe. And now we are Senationist Poland. Prepare for the next war, because this war, apparently we weren't prepared. But the next one, guys, we'll be prepared. Alright, it is very precarious, but we're holding right now. Just gotta push them out of Mamel, and then I'll free up 20 divisions. I'm even gonna do a force attack. There we go, we have Mamel. That is 15 rather, German divisions caught. Trying to push them back here, because that's one less tile that they can attack Lodz from. Looks like we're actually gonna be able to take this. Their units are very, actually weak. Now, we are grinding them to a halt. That is perfect. I think we have a few months until the Soviets demand the East. I'll start training up some new guys. Sweden and Turkey are supporting our war effort here. And we've taken back a tile now. Finally, we have pushed this tile. There we go. Finally, we pushed these guys out. Immediately, go to the main front here. Another cool thing about Poland right now is I have this guy as the leader giving me a minus 10% land doctrine cost. And I also have him as my theorist. So it's minus 20%. These both stack, as well as giving me 0.08 army XP gain a day. We're finishing our doctrine very quickly right now. Just look at the strength bars, man. We are actually just crippling the Germans. They can't push us whatsoever anymore. And we finally have yellow air. Our fighters on interception have mowed through the German Air Force. And the French are actually sending troops to us now. Look at this. All right, we are trying the great counterattack. And there we go. There's 5 German divisions. The Soviets just canceled their non-aggression pact. We got to be ready now. Okay, Romania is in the Axis. They are now in the war. All right, a full-on German offensive is broken out. And there's Hungary now joining the Axis. There we go. We've taken this tile back. We're pushing back to the natural Polish border now. What are we looking at for casualties? We've lost 300,000 total. The Germans, 1.5 million. And the Dutch have joined the Allies. There's nothing on this border. Move on in, Netherlands. Move on in. Alright, the Soviet Union demands the East. We will not surrender without a fight, but this is bad. We don't have nearly as many troops out as I wanted. I'll force deploy all these guys, rush them over to the front lines, and we're back into Poznan as well. We will not surrender without a fight. Here come some Germans to defend. But it's not enough, and we have control of Berlin. Soviets still haven't come in on us yet, which I'm thankful for. Gives us some more time to get these guys fully equipped. And the Soviets just took Bessarabia. Okay, the British are doing something crazy. They might actually join up with our lines if they don't get encircled. And I'm tempted to actually help. You know what? I am going to help. There. We've actually joined up with the British lines. And here come the Soviets. We are completely red. We are now at war with Germany and the Soviets at the same time. These bubbles are turning green, but we could get broken at any moment. Meanwhile here, we're in the north. We're going to try to push all of these guys out, cut them completely off. Okay, the Soviets are pushing us here in our north. All right, here we are, 12th of April, 1941. I've pulled back a little bit from the Soviets. It is pretty precarious. We pushed mostly back into our core states. We've got Krakow now. This is the sweatiest Hearts of Iron experience I've ever had. It is ridiculous. My hands are cramping up, man. Thankfully, I'm finally pushing the Soviets a little bit. We've taken 500,000 losses to the Soviets. That's more than the Germans did to us. But we did inflict 1.8 million casualties already. And it's just declared on Dutch East Indies, so that means the US should be into the war at any time now. The fall of Rome. The Allies are finally landing here in Italy. Here we are, it's the next day, I'm full of energy again. Let's defeat the Germans. The Italian Civil War is here, and they have capitulated now. And we have the puppet on them. I did ask for land here, and I think if you control a single state, the Civil War will flip to you. A little cheesy, but, you know, we survived as Poland today, so you know what, I'm gonna cheese it a little bit. Run, man, run! Please get into Vienna. Yes! Germany is 100% towards capitulation. Let's go. We've done it. And we have 60% of the war score. It looked very bleak when I was being routed, but we've done it. Let's push these borders a bit west. Alright, so here was the peace deal. I've left Germany here. These are the natural Polish borders anyways, everyone. We are pushing them quite heavily now in the east. Their lines are stretched. We have equipment again, we have manpower again. It's time to put an end to the Soviet Union. I think it's time we hit the magic button, just see what happens here. Let's go, both armies push. And there we go. The Soviet Union is gone. We actually did it. We have 79% of the war score. Let's move the borders now east. Peace deal done. We have annexed the whole Soviet Union. But there you have it, guys. I can't believe I actually did that. That was my first attempt. No joke. My first attempt. Well, if you don't count the Danzig incident. That was very difficult. We have turned Poland from being attacked by two major powers into, well, pretty much all of Europe now. So with that, I think that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all for watching. If you watched this far, please consider leaving a like or subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.